No, I think it was
that was the first.
I think it was the second.
I promise on everything it was the first. Trust me, my heart was bleeding.
No.
Easily triggered. So I'm like, I knew it was too good.
And that's really not an exaggeration too. You really was looking like that too, like.
Yeah, I felt like that. On the way to work, I was trying to hold back tears.
But my tone can play a huge part into how you receive the message, regardless of what I say. So.
Oh yeah, Storytime, our first, because we never argued.
Baby, you ready to do this?
Mm-hmm.
You ready to see what's all inside our DNA?
Yeah, I'm ready.
See where I'm from, where you from?
Yes.
All right, y'all. So we did an Ancestry DNA.com kit for Christmas.
For Christmas, Malvin got it for us for a Christmas gift. Because we want to know. We want to know what we are.
Yeah, then we had like some difficulties because we wound up getting the kits mixed up, and we had to get another kit. So we just now getting a chance to see our results though. So let's see it, baby. We're gonna start off with. You want to start off with first?
The first.
Ladies first.
Yes.
Of course you first, and so we're gonna do the ethnicity estimate first.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So tell us what you got.
I am 30% Nigerian, and you are.
Oh, you trying to do it from the top? Each one, the top one. I am 25% Nigerian.
Okay. You're not. Okay, you do have Ivory Coast and Ghana. I'm 21% Ivory Coast and Ghana.
Wow. And my Ivory Coast and Ghana is only 2%, so that is crazy though.
That is. So I'm more Nigerian than you, and I'm more Ivory Coast and Ghanaian than you.
You are. You are, baby.
Because I'm making this a competition of how much African blood.
But I'm more Cameroon and Congo. That's my second, actually, at 23%. So Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu people.
And I'm 16% of that.
And that's what they talk about with the hairstyle, right? The Bantu knots?
Bantu knots, yeah.
That's from okay. So I know a little something about my people.
Okay. All right, next is Mali. I'm 12% Mali.
Okay, so I'm 17% Mali, though.
Is it Malian? Malian.
And it's dope too because like once you click on the different countries, it'll actually tell you stuff about them too. I forgot all about that.
Because I was like, what is Mali? Where is Mali? And it's an African country.
I suggest any couple to go ahead and do this too because we had a long running joke too about us accidentally being cousins. Because a lot of people say we look alike too. So, look, I would say, go ahead and do that just in case. Because I have seen some horror stories of people find out,
Ooh.
It's a 23andMe shocker. This husband and wife got married 17 years ago. They have 3 kids, but they couldn't believe what they found out when they recently did a DNA test.
I was like, hey, babe, are we even supposed to be together? That's so weird, like. We're cousins.
You didn't see that? There's been a lot of horror stories of like people, found out that their dad was really just a sperm donor, and they
so sad.
Cause remember that doctor a while back? He was impregnating the women, and
his patients.
One of the ladies who found out, she didn't realize that she was messing with her sibling the whole time.
So gross.
She said one of her old high school boyfriends was her sibling. She didn't even know until after she did that. Yeah.
Well, I told Malvin if we're cousins, it's too late. We've already done
You
it.
gonna tell him what
We've already done
You gonna
it.
tell him what I told you?
He's gonna leave me.
No, I didn't say I was gonna leave you like that. I was gonna say we're gonna have to seek counseling.
No, you said you're gonna leave me.
Well, I was gonna leave you, but we was gonna have to seek. I was gonna leave you, but we was gonna have to seek. We was gonna still be friends.
Abandonment.
We was gonna still be friends.
No, we weren't.
But we was gonna have to get some serious counseling.
We weren't gonna be friends.
We was gonna still be friends.
No, we're not.
So we can't be friends. But
No.
Be kissing cousins.
Yeah.
Can't be kissing cousins and not friends, baby.
Yeah, we were gonna be kissing cousins.
So what you was gonna do? You was gonna say?
Well, if you left me, I was just gonna ghost you.
Yeah, but then that's the thing. We would have to tell everybody too. Why?
Why?
That's what we would have had to.
So Malvin
So look,
literally said he would leave me if we were cousins.
Yeah, I'm out of here. I would have to be, baby.
No, you wouldn't. It's
Baby,
too late.
That's incest.
We've already incested.
Yeah, but we incest. We were unaware of our incest.
In the comments below, do you think if we would have been cousins, Malvin should have left me?
In the comments below, do you believe in incest after you
It's
did
only
that?
incest if it's father or brother and mom or sister. If we were related, we would have been very distant cousins, and we would have been still married.
But so look, it says Mali is primarily located in Burkina Faso, Mali, Sierra Leone. So this
Burkina Faso. I've never heard of that.
also
I know
found
where
in
Sierra
Central African
Leone is. There was a lot of
Republican.
fighting there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Niger. I remember in 6th grade in social studies or whatever.
Oh, Lord.
I did not want to. I remember looking ahead at the map of Africa and I saw Niger and I thought it was. Will you be able to bleep?
Oh Lord have mercy.
Really?
You thought it was that, baby?
I thought it was
I
that.
think I might have thought it was that.
Because I was. Clearly I couldn't spell. Even though I wasn't spelling.
You forgetting the G?
I was forgetting the G because I was so terrified because it was minority. The black people were the minority at the elementary school I went to, and the high school and the junior high, and so I was like, oh Lord, here we go. We're gonna hear. All right, so I'm 12% Malian. Is it Malian?
I think so. Oh, it's talking about this is the depiction of Mansa Musa. You know he was the richest black man ever.
I didn't know. I've never heard of him.
Mansa Musa, yeah.
So he was Malian.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Senegal, I'm 3%.
In Senegal, 8%. It's kind of going up a little bit on you, baby. Kind of going up a little bit on you.
Now going to the indigenous. I'm ignoring you. Now going to the indigenous part of our ancestry. I only am 1% indigenous Americas, North American Indian. Native American, not Indian. England and Northwestern Europe, I'm 6%.
I'm the same, 6%.
6%. Wales for me, 4%.
So Wales, I was just 1%.
Okay. And Irish, 1% for me.
That's the same with me.
But you got all this other stuff. You got that spicy Caucasian blood. Ooh, we're not gonna be PC today.
Norway, 1%. Denmark and Sweden. So that's one thing that's dope about the Ancestry.com too. It shows all the different traits, you know, some of the different aspects that's unique to you, like do you sneeze when the sunlight hits you, or
does your pee smell funny when you eat asparagus?
Yeah, all the different traits that, you know,
yes, it does.
that can possibly represent you. And it's crazy too, because even looking all into this, it's amazing that we know all this, but the fact that we really only scratching the surface of what we know as far as our traits too, though.
Yeah, we really are. We're coming together for warmth.
Cool.
All right, so now we're moving to our traits, like he said, like Malvin said. My cousin. Baby,
Kissing cousin.
I want to go to what? Earwax type.
Okay.
I'm horrified at this one.
Let's see.
I had this thing about earwax.
So what does it say, baby?
Oh Lord. It says,
ooh. Wow.
Your DNA suggests you have wet earwax. It is kind of wet. So it's least likely what?
It's least likely that you do?
No.
So let's read
it suggests that I do have wet earwax.
So let's see my earwax type. It says my DNA suggests I got wet earwax.
I concur.
Ooh, cousin stuff right there.
It's not cousin.
Cousin stuff, wet earwax.
Babe, it's not cousin.
Let me check the ears.
You're a mess.
Longer ring finger.
My DNA suggests that my ring finger is longer than my index finger. Well, that's not true.
Mine did suggest that too.
Wait, it is longer. My ring finger is longer than my index. Barely.
That's not a common thing?
I don't know.
Like, I'm like,
I don't know.
mine's
This
in it
thing
too.
is taking me out. So far, I'm like underwhelmed.
Yes, please look at the one. Okay, I guess that is.
Whose ring finger is short?
I was
This
ready
is
to
so
say
true.
that. I was ready to say that. I'm like, yeah.
Oh snap! Oh, like God says, oh Lord. Mine says my DNA suggests I avoid taking risk and guilty as charged. He was like, he wanted to see that to see what mine was.
Yeah.
Like, let's see if the thing.
We on the opposite ends of the spectrum on that.
Yeah, but it's not all the way to completely.
But
avoid
mine is
risk.
all the way to the, on the front, so we pretty much. That's pretty much. Yeah, I'm a risk taker. I am a risk. That's what's so crazy. I've always been a risk taker though. Like, I don't know why. I've always
No,
been a risk
because
taker.
that's how God made you.
Yeah,
And I'm
like
here
that.
for it. And I wouldn't want to be with someone who avoids taking risk. But I hear Kev on stage and his wife talk about the kite in the relationship and the string. And I'm the string and you're the kite.
Yeah, I think that it's important to, because you can't have two people both just, you both gotta have
Somebody's
some type of
gotta
balance. Yeah,
be like, hold on now.
it helps with the balance.
Hold on now. Are you a risk taker? I do take risks sometimes. I took a risk being in love with you. Love is a risk.
Love is a huge risk. Love is a huge
But no, I'm not a risk taker. I just want
Then why you gonna pump fake me? I didn't buy it though. I listened though.
the answer is now. Nope.
Real quick.
I know mine's low on this.
You're more of a sprinter than an endurance runner. Wow. That is true.
I'm more of an endurance runner than a
Wow,
sprinter.
that's good.
I'm a more of a morning person. That's so
You
true.
said I'm a morning person.
Do you feel like a morning person?
What you think?
I feel like Malvin, when we were dating, he was he was a night owl. But maybe you conditioned yourself to be a night owl.
Wait, what period are you talking about when we was dating? Because when we got
Well,
back
we
together,
were-
no, I was getting up early.
when we were booty call friends.
Yeah, then I was staying up pretty much late.
Because you were in them streets.
But
Because you were in them streets.
it's crazy. Now I am a morning person now.
Totally ignored me.
What?
Because you were in them streets. I was like, yeah. I am a morning person.
Baby said I was in them streets. I didn't know you. I just said yeah. I ain't say yeah. I was.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I was in the streets. In the morning, I don't like getting up in the morning, but once I'm up, I'm like, it's so much better being up early than staying up late.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to, but again, because even it depends on what I'm doing now. If I'm doing something I like to do, I can stay up late.
But he is not, when he still sleep, do not. I know he loves me because I'm a wiggle worm in the morning and I remember when he first came back into my life, and he came to visit me, and I had left for work, and I kissed his face, and he was like, "What did you do?" I want you to say what you did.
Yeah, this was funny. So you had already got up for work, and
I think I had already said goodbye, but I'm a touchy feely kissy.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, so you already said goodbye, and I was like, all right, baby, that's great. Like, have a good day, and we did our goodbye kisses. So I'm like, and I think I even said too, I'm gonna go back to sleep too. And so you're still, I still kind of hear you going around whatever too, but I think then you started like, you was like, kiss me, like.
I think I was just giving him butterfly kisses.
You just felt like kiss, and I said,
he was.
I thought she was going to work.
Yeah,
that's first thing.
Yeah. Now, granted, this is when his first visit after he came back into my life.
Was this the first or the second though?
It was the first. That is how.
No, I think it was.
That was the first.
I think it was the second.
I promise on everything. It was the first. Trust me, my heart was bleeding.
No, yeah, I think this was the second time.
It was one of the first times.
It was one of
It was pretty
It was
fresh.
one of, regardless of the fact.
Because I was like,
very early on. But yeah, she was taken back. She was like,
I can't believe.
She was shocked. I think shocked.
The nerve. I was like, and I was already easily triggered. So I'm like, I knew it was too good.
And that's really not an exaggeration too. You really was looking like that too, like.
Yeah, I felt like that. On the way to work, I was trying to hold back tears.
But you did that. But you did say something, and you was like I can't remember exactly what you said, but you basically was like, well, like
I'm spicy.
What's wrong with you or something like you said something like
I don't know what I said, but I'm not surprised.
And I said, baby, I thought you were gone to work.
No, I said I sent you a voice memo on my way to work.
Well, you said something. Well, first you said something like you were like you kind of said like okay then or something, but then you left out. Then on your way to work, you sent me a voice memo. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, because I was like, do not hold it in. Let him know exactly how you feel. Because I was learning, in the past, I would conform and, wouldn't voice how I felt and how it made me feel. And I told him.
Yeah, it kind of go what we were talking about too, as far as validation too. And irrational thoughts too.
Oh man! Oh wow!
It really go within that too, because
it wasn't really irrational considering you had just come back.
It was because you were like, "Do you really like me or not?" Because you were making it sound
it far.
Yeah, you were making it sound like I didn't really want to be with you. Like you were making it sound like almost like
you tricked me.
Yeah, what is this? You say I think you said something like that. You said you want to be with me, but and I'm like, maybe I just thought we said goodbye.
I was child.
Any
little thing was like, you could be out here.
You ready to get me out of that bed?
No, I wasn't. It's not that I wanted it. It was that I had gotten to a place with loving myself and loving God to where I think I was hyper vigilant on making sure that I didn't overlook any red flags. And because I was easily triggered, anything could have been a red flag. And I also was thinking of what I like and not thinking of what he likes. So it was like, my butterfly kisses? You don't want my butterfly kisses? I knew it. I opened my heart. And it's like, no. But it was still a good talk. Like, I think you learned, he's very gentle with me. He's very gentle with me. Like, and I know it and I think he was, at the time, finding out how to be gentle, how gentle I needed, maybe. Mm-hmm. Not that he did anything wrong, because in hindsight, he didn't do anything wrong. I don't know. I felt like we should have been in straight honeymoon phase. Like, this your first or second visit. You need to like my butterfly kisses.
And we were, but
better be glad you
we were, but you know, again, when I be trying to get my sleep, my focus be on sleep so much. Like, I be like, I was already, because what I told you, I remember telling you, like, I was already kind of, you know, when we did the goodbyes a few times. The first time quite great. Second time we did it a few times. It wasn't like we did a few times. I'm
kind of excessive now, huh? When we're leaving, when I'm leaving, because I leave earlier.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm a little excessive.
But this time I was just like, baby, that was my first thing to say. I was like, I thought you was gone. Like
that part, it was I thought you was gone for me. Like, you should be missing. Wow. But it helps me. I don't take for granted how gentle and patient he is with me. Like, he's so intentional about being gentle and patient with me. And it makes me appreciate him, because when someone is kind like that all the time, it makes you take it for granted. You know, take it for granted because you think, oh, that's just how they are. But understanding that my husband goes out of his way constantly.
Yeah, but it's the same as far as you being kind and wanting to please me. And,
I love you.
You know, so that's a huge thing too to not take advantage of, and it's a huge thing too, especially when you've seen everything on the other side too of your kindness, being taken advantage of being nice to people, and you know, it's. And it makes me think about too when we used to say, as far as you know, how passionate and stuff things were like that very first time coming back.
When we
remember I was still, you know,
we were passionate when we first got together in the wrong way too.
Yeah, but when I was telling you about how that the passion is great to have, but control is so much better too, because I know I learned that in our talks, like if I can get revved up or whatever too, that my tone can play a huge part into how you receive the message, regardless of what I say. So,
oh yeah, Storytime, our first, because we never argued before. Malvin was very emotionally unavailable, which meant he didn't go here or here with me. He always stayed here, unless we were having sex. If we were having sex, he would be very passionate, but when it came anything outside of that, he was here with me. And so when he came back and he wasn't here, and he was like, here. I wasn't used. I was like, what? He's crazy. Like, what is? Because we talked from 2019 till 2022. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not an exaggeration too, Dad.
No, it's not an
exaggeration. You really thought I was crazy.
He was offended.
You really thought she really thought I had a
manic. I was like,
a mental episode.
He's freaking out, like, but you have to understand. I'm not gonna say let us know in the comments. I'm just gonna stop that tonight. Wouldn't anybody, if someone has been here with you for 2 years, then all of a sudden, and you haven't talked to them for 7 months, then when they come back into your life, they're like, everything, like, you would think something is wrong too.
Yeah.
So, but like, I didn't know with what he had gone through if it had took him over the edge, but now I understand that that's not what it was. He just never let me see his passion.
Yeah, I think it was, of course, the passion that I know I already had inside me, but also it was just the passion of Jesus, like, enlightened every part of my life, and it was like, I need to really go all in on the things in my life now. You know, like I really need to go all in.
And I love that side of him. At first it was overwhelming for me because I wasn't used to him like that, and I was like, first of all, you've been gone.
Yeah.
and I know it's a gift. I know it was a gift, him giving me that vulnerability, but it was also like, I'm a slow processor anyway. Like, something could happen right now and 2 days later I'll come back with I'll say something before that, but it's really, I'm processing. And I loved him. And so when he came back, and then all of my making sure that I'm aligned with God and surrendered to God, making sure that I didn't sabotage what God was doing in my life because of my feelings. I was processing. I was absorbing, and because he scared me even after that. Like when I came to Dallas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was ready to take my suitcase and walk to a hotel, and because he was just asleep and talking, and I had opened the door to tell him something. He and Kai were asleep. I opened the door to tell him something, and he.
Yeah, so this is the very first weekend she came down.
Who are you?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
No, I think I said no.
How'd you get here? Or something?
Yeah, I said, what are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Yeah, so what happened was, this very first weekend you came down to visit Kai, and you really got to see how busy you were, you know what I'm saying? And, with the cooking and cleaning and really, and I wasn't even doing what I'm doing now as far as like you saying clean as I go. I wasn't cleaning as I go. I was cleaning after we get done because there's so many different stuff. Because it's so much too. You going. And we went to the museum that weekend.
We were busy.
And we did a lot of walking in that museum. We did a whole bunch. And so it was time for his bedtime. I put him down in his little bed, and I was like right there in the bed, on my bed, and by the time I read him the story and everything like that. Yeah, so by the time I read the story and everything, he fell asleep. He fell asleep, and I fell asleep. So you came in the door, and she came in the door. I was like, I woke up. I was half asleep. I said, "What you doing here?"
and I was like,
She gave me that look again, like.
I run before I know what's going on. Like if someone's like, run, I'm like, what is it? I'm like, I'm out of here. So my fight or flight is on, and so any sign of any strange thing or whatever, I just run first. And I'm actually learning, being with Malvin, to calm down. I know that he is for me because being married really awakened. I think I was skittish then. I got even more skittish. And Malvin is helping me heal. He's helping me calm down. It's crazy.
Well, it's nothing but God.
It is God.
And that's what I'm doing is just following God, too. And it's just kind of like what we talked about with the DNA part, the introvert, extroverts, how we help each other too,
Mm-hmm.
So when I can kind of get on a tangent or be ready to fly off, you kind of more can be cool and calm, and that helps me a lot too. So that's a huge, huge thing.
I'm glad I helped you. Because that's what I want. That's what I wanted in this marriage, is to uplift and help him to heal and to treat him always with respect and kindness. Because we don't always agree. We bumped heads, and we're going to bump heads, but we know how, with the help of the Lord, to disagree. Our first argument was a long distance argument, and the good news is I have been doing self-work, and Malvin's schooling is about self-work. So no matter how emotional, if he's dealing with someone who doesn't react, then it helps him to calm down. Because it wasn't, it was, we both were like, at first, because I was spooked, we both were like, not disrespecting each other, but just like raising our voices, but not at each other. It was just, we were both spooked. I think I spooked Malvin by my response, and when he was trying, I triggered Malvin, and I was triggered. And but we've learned, and we're learning how to continue to communicate well. I feel like we communicate really well.
Yeah, that's a huge thing. You gotta know your triggers. You gotta know your triggers, and you gotta have great communication. That's why because we do our, I don't know if I said that the last time. I think I did say that the last time as far as us doing our meetings. As long as that we keep doing what we've been doing already in this year, as far as we do get upset, we do get, mad at each other, we are quick to apologize. Quick to come back to each other and admit, hey, we did this wrong and this wasn't right. Like I told her, I said, I'm not no expert right now, but I see you to do this, we will have success, Because that really is a form of submission too,
Submitting to each other.
Like that's a huge thing.
And I never submitted to a partner, and I've said this before, but Malvin puts me in my feminine energy because he's constantly treating me with patience, love, respect. He never demands anything. He is sacrificial. If he wants me to do it, he's the first to do it. So it's like, how could I not respect and love you? You deserve that. I said in his Valentine's card, like, he is the answer to a prayer that I was too afraid to pray because, and I didn't say this part, because I didn't feel like I deserved it, and God just really blessed me. And for the rest of my life, I'm curious about this man. I want to know about you. I want to learn about you. I don't ever want to get, and I don't ever want to get to where, oh, that's just Malvin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you excite me. I was thinking about you today when I was working, and I was like, man, I have a crush on you. I like you. I love you. And I wouldn't want to do life with anybody else other than Malvin Johnny Hearns.
You're my best friend. You got my last name now. We just made that official too.
Yeah, my name is Rashida Natasha Hearns. And I've never done that. It was always a hyphen and chop it off. And I've talked about it before that I've been married before. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And my husband does not, he chose me because I am an asset to him. And he knows I'm his wife. And I love him well. And I was born to be your wife. I believe I was.
Well, you know how I feel.
Say it.
No, not just about you, but I feel that we made the decision.
We did.
We made the decision, and not only did we make the decision to each other that we're gonna love, honor, and respect each other, because of course there's a lot of times we can have chemistry with different people, but when you don't make the decision to stay and commit, then you miss out on the richness and the deepness of the relationship too. So it did help that we already had that love for each other, and the way you encourage me, the way you uplift me, like and I wrote in that song, we'll talk about it another time, I guess, but
he wrote a song for me. Well, not just for me, but he wrote a song about, we'll talk about it later.
but just by how you saw the king in me before I even seen the king myself, and you've always spoken to my heart, and that just we already know how men we respond to respect really well, so that was that. But again, yeah, we made a commitment to each other, and we made a commitment to God, and all those witnesses at the wedding was us saying that, like, we're making a commitment to each other, and it's literally a spiritual covenant. Like it's a spiritual law that's being made under God, like a huge promise that so rewinding to my point here too, talk about so I don't know, not sure if I can say you were born for me, but I will say that God put it together, and we put the stamp on that when we submitted unto God and said, I do, to what I'm saying, unto God. So,
and I see what he's saying, because when I was saying I was born to be your wife, something felt wrong about it. Not that it's happening, but that I was born to follow Christ and wherever that leads.
Yeah.
And it so happened. So yeah, because I'm a believer in that too. It could have worked with anybody we were with before, for the most part. Not every one of them. But like there may have been one or two maybe. Do you feel?
What? That it could have worked out?
Yeah, because of chemistry and attraction.
Yeah, because of chemistry and attraction, of course. Yeah.
If the two people, me and whomever, were willing to sacrifice, and that's what he's saying. And I agree that I don't believe that there is one person for you in life, but I do believe that God ordained us for this time. That we're put together for this time, that it wasn't an accident or we just happened to do it, and we just happened to. I don't believe all of it is happenstance.
Yeah,
because we could have met before.
Yeah, really could have.
And we never did, and we could have tried to be in a relationship before, and we didn't until the time was right. Because when I could have tried to trudge on and push forward in masculine energy, I pulled back, because I was like, this don't feel right. And the Holy Spirit was nudging me about my value. And let's be honest, most women in this country, in the United States, do not rest in feminine energy. It's always trying to go get their man or go do this and all that stuff. And so I believe, not that I was born for you, but that this is part of my purpose that God ordained.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an accident.
Yeah. Or you can say you were born to be a wife, born to be a husband.
I was born to be a wife and a mom. Yeah. Which we'll decide if we want to talk about that journey too. I've been thinking about that, because I know I'm not the only one, and just to let the people in about that.
Yeah.
You would think I'm very open, but the more we do this type of thing, I realize I'm not. I let people see what I want them to see, but when it comes to things that are really tender, it's kind of been ingrained in me to protect yourself. And of course, we're not sharing every little thing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But there are things that I may let people in on as we pray about it and decide if that's what we really want to do. But anyway, we've gone off the DNA ancestry. But to me, this correlates. All of it.
Yeah, it all do. It still all go together.
Mm-hmm. Malvin's been having a hard time getting me to be on camera.
No. You think I have?
I think sometimes I drag around.
Because I haven't tried to get you on camera. When I try to get you on camera?
Yesterday.
Well, No, this is what we're doing today. Because you had a
'Cause
valid, we had a valid point
It was
yesterday.
a valid point.
We were busy grocery
Yeah,
shopping
I was
and
like, I can't.
doing all that.
Yeah. And I almost wanted to do it today.
I know you wanted to do it today.
Yeah. But I'm like, no. Let's execute. So, I love you.
I love you.
I do. I could have chemistry with a lot of people. I could have chemistry with other people now. But I don't. I choose you. I want you.
You my wife. It ain't no, I've already chosen and
period.
Put a ring on it. That's it.
So I know chemistry with nobody else.
Yeah, it ain't no chemistry or none of that. We already been through that part.
Yeah, and I'm tired.
We already.
This is my omega. Put a seal on it. Literally though, I'm Mrs. Hearns. Okay.
That part. All right. Hide in love.
Hide in love.
All right, y'all.
Bye.